What's the ideal frequency for sexual activity in older adults? Is there a specific number that guarantees joy, wellness, or closeness? The scientific findings might astonish you. Stick around till the conclusion, and I'll reveal an obscure piece of information that could transform your perspective on closeness in later years. It's a common misconception that as we age, we're expected to leave behind an active sexual life. However, the truth is that closeness has no age limit. Research increasingly shows that being sexually active in later years offers significant advantages for mental and physical health. For instance, a 2024 article from the AARP highlights that sexual activity can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline in older adults. Still, many wonder, what's a normal or healthy amount? Is it weekly, monthly, or just when the desire arises? Let's explore the studies, dispel some misconceptions, and reveal the reality about the frequency of sexual activity for older adults. To begin with, it's crucial to understand why sustaining closeness as we grow older matters. We've all encountered those stereotypes. You're too old for sex, or it loses its appeal. But the truth is, the advantages of sexual activity don't diminish with age. In fact, they can enhance certain aspects of life. I assure you, maintaining an active sexual life in your later years can significantly boost both your physical and mental health. Let's first examine the physical advantages of sexual activity. Engaging in sex regularly can lower the risk of heart conditions. Studies indicate that sexual intercourse acts similarly to physical exercise, increasing heart rate and enhancing blood flow. While it doesn't substitute for a full workout, it contributes to cardiovascular health. Moreover, it triggers the release of endorphins, the brain's natural mood enhancers, which can alleviate stress, diminish pain, and elevate your spirits. Sleep is another area where benefits are notable. Many seniors struggle with sleep disorders, but a strong sexual bond can release oxytocin, fostering relaxation. This can help mitigate anxiety, a common cause of sleeplessness. Whether through a partner's caress or the simple act of embracing, it can ease muscular tension and promote restful sleep. Arguably, one of the most significant advantages is the positive impact on mental well-being. As we age, we often grapple with feelings of worry, loneliness, and sadness. Research indicates that sexually active older adults tend to have reduced levels of depression and anxiety. The sense of being desired and connected, fostered by a satisfying sexual relationship, reinforces our vitality and relevance. Regarding cognitive health, you might have come across claims linking sexual activity to memory or mental acuity, and these are supported by evidence. Research suggests that sexual intercourse can activate specific brain regions, potentially fortifying neural pathways and helping to prevent disorders like Alzheimer's and other forms of age-related cognitive deterioration. A 2023 study by the University of Michigan found that sexually active older adults have better cognitive function compared to those who are not. In essence, it's a form of mental exercise that can enhance both cognitive function and emotional well-being. We're all aware of the emotional advantages. Being physically close to your partner enhances your sense of unity. It's not merely about romance, it's about the assurance that someone values you, cares for you, and wants you. The emotional satisfaction derived from an intimate partnership provides immense support, particularly as life's challenges increase with age. The connection isn't just physical, but also emotional and perhaps spiritual, as sexual intimacy reflects mutual trust and affection. Over time, this bond can evolve into a profound sense of emotional health and personal development. Now, let's tackle the core issue: how frequently should I engage in sexual activity? You might be hoping for a definitive answer, but the truth is there's no universal standard for how often older adults should have sex. What's crucial is the quality of the connection with your partner and the satisfaction both derive from the experience, rather than the sheer frequency. Nevertheless, let's examine some research for insights. Studies, such as those from the National Institutes of Health, indicate a correlation between regular sexual activity and improved health outcomes. For instance, a study involving individuals aged 65 and older found that those engaging in sex weekly were more likely to express greater happiness and life satisfaction, including in their relationships. However, it's essential to note that it's the quality of the experience, not the quantity, that matters most. While weekly intercourse might be a common practice, research also shows that couples who have sex less often can still be highly satisfied both emotionally and physically. This underscores why there's no ideal frequency. It's about discovering what suits you best. Some pairs might find monthly intimacy sufficient, while others prefer more regular physical contact or affectionate moments that don't necessarily involve full intercourse. Interestingly, many older individuals find that sexual activity shifts from being performance-oriented to focusing more on emotional bonding and expressing love. Removing the pressure to perform, which is common in younger years, allows sex to become a more profound experience. This change in perspective can enhance relationship contentment and, for some, even lead to more frequent intimacy. The emphasis moves from meeting a specific standard to simply connecting and savoring the moment. Health is a significant factor in determining sexual frequency. Issues like joint discomfort, tiredness, or reduced stamina might decrease the frequency, but they don't necessitate abandoning intimacy entirely. In fact, engaging in moderate sexual activity can help alleviate these issues by enhancing circulation, flexibility, and overall energy. If you have specific medical conditions, it's important to consult your physician about sexual activity. While some conditions might require adjustments, they shouldn't preclude intimacy. Sexual activity can still be part of your life, tailored to your health and comfort levels. I must stress again that the key is to derive pleasure from the experience, regardless of how often it occurs. In later life, there's no need to conform to societal norms about what's normal. If you're content with your level of sexual activity, be it weekly, monthly, or spontaneous, that's what counts. Ultimately, it's about achieving emotional, mental, and physical satisfaction with your partner, not adhering to external standards of frequency. The essence is that sexual activity should continue to be a source of happiness, bonding, and wellness. As discussed, it's vital for both physical and emotional health. However, many older adults face obstacles that hinder intimacy, such as health problems, self-esteem issues, or lifestyle changes. Let's explore these challenges and discuss strategies to surmount them. Physical health and mobility limitations are among the most prevalent barriers for older adults. Conditions like arthritis, persistent pain, or reduced flexibility can complicate physical closeness. If you're dealing with these, don't lose hope. There are solutions. The key is to experiment with different positions that are less demanding or more comfortable, such as lying side by side or seated positions. Adjusting angles, using pillows for support, or choosing positions that minimize strain on joints and muscles can enhance comfort while maintaining intimacy. There's no need to endure discomfort. Instead, seek alternatives that facilitate closeness. Additionally, many individuals, particularly women, may experience vaginal dryness with age, often linked to hormonal shifts or menopause. If this impacts your sexual enjoyment, numerous products like lubricants and vaginal moisturizers can restore comfort. Don't hesitate to try these options and talk about them with your partner. Emotional and psychological hurdles can also impede intimacy. Aging can lead to shifts in self-perception, confidence, and worries about sexual performance, which might discourage initiating sexual activity. Thoughts like, "Am I still attractive?" or "Can I satisfy my partner?" are common. The solution lies in candid communication. Discuss your emotions with your partner. You might be surprised by their perspective. A loving partner values the connection over perceived imperfections. Many find that intimacy in later years fosters greater confidence and connection as both partners accept vulnerability. Sharing thoughts, concerns, and wishes can deepen emotional bonds and make intimacy more significant. Daily stresses, such as caregiving or other duties, can also disrupt sexual activity. Older adults might also grapple with depression or loneliness. When mentally exhausted, sex might not be a priority. Addressing these issues involves both personal effort and seeking help. If persistent sadness, worry, or other mental health issues are present, consulting a therapist can be beneficial. This can help you approach intimacy without the burden of stress. Remember, you are entitled to pleasure and connection at any stage of life. Let's explore a frequently neglected aspect, the emotional depth of intimacy. For older adults, sexual activity transcends physical gratification. It's a deep manifestation of love, concern, and unity with a partner. The significance of emotional closeness for our overall health cannot be overstated, as it greatly influences self-worth and belonging. Aging often brings relationship changes due to various factors, and the desire for physical proximity can intensify. Let's discuss how emotional intimacy enhances our lives. Trust and bonding are central. In youth, sex might center on passion, looks, or thrill. With age, intimacy often becomes a cornerstone of emotional stability. A wonderful aspect of aging is self-acceptance and comfort. At this stage, the finest intimacy revolves around trust, unity, and genuine mental and emotional comprehension. Sexual closeness then evolves beyond mere physical pleasure to embody the love and tenderness shared. There's no pressure to impress or perform. It's about cherishing the presence of your life partner. Many find that later life sex is more profound as it emphasizes vulnerability and emotional nearness. The intimacy of knowing each other deeply, physically, emotionally, and spiritually is precious. Simple gestures like hand-holding, gazing into each other's eyes, or sharing quiet moments before intimacy forge strong ties that enhance joy and closeness. Love and openness are crucial. Research indicates that older adults who remain sexually active often have more robust emotional connections. These pairs describe a heightened sense of safety and enduring relationship strength, which boosts not only their romantic life, but also their general contentment and life fulfillment. Another vital aspect is the feeling of being desired. Regardless of age, we all crave to feel wanted. While physical intimacy maintains the relationship's vitality, it's the longing and tender touch that confirm your value. Studies reveal that long-term couples enjoy stronger ties when intimacy and affection are consistently cultivated. Even if sexual practices evolve, affectionate gestures like kissing, embracing, and soft caresses can reinforce emotional bonds. These small expressions of love communicate profound feelings of being cherished and loved, sustaining emotional intimacy well into later life. Intimacy isn't limited to sexual activity. Many older adults who no longer engage in traditional sex still find their relationships deeply satisfying through affectionate physical contact or romantic interludes. The essence is preserving the emotional bond, whether through sex, embraces, or quality time. This connection nourishes the soul, bolsters health, and encourages an active lifestyle. Age doesn't diminish the benefits of intimacy. Whether frequent or occasional, the emotional impact of loving touch remains potent. There are numerous methods to sustain your bond, and regardless of your life stage, you merit that sense of closeness, joy, and emotional satisfaction. We've discussed the significance of staying connected, the frequency of intimacy, and overcoming obstacles. But the key takeaway is to cherish intimacy in your later years. Age shouldn't hinder your capacity for meaningful, affectionate, and gratifying sexual encounters. Instead, it's an opportunity to rediscover what intimacy signifies for you and adjust your outlook. Disregard societal expectations to remain youthful or as sexually active as in your youth. This is your era, your existence. By releasing the pressure to match the sexual performance of younger individuals, you pave the way for a more sincere and heartfelt intimacy. The charm of this life phase lies in prioritizing authenticity and connection over comparison or flawlessness, enriching your relationship. It's about experiencing happiness, proximity, and affection with your partner. This leads to another vital aspect, the importance of communication. It's simple to feel obligated to meet your partner's sexual expectations, but candid dialogue actually enhances intimacy. Discuss openly what pleases you, what doesn't, or any new experiences you'd like to explore. Share your physical and emotional states. When both partners are attentive to each other's desires, intimacy becomes more spontaneous and profound. With age, our bodies and our approach to intimacy naturally evolve, but these transformations shouldn't be dreaded. They're merely a new phase. Some older adults report that their sex life has never been better, attributing it to a deepened mutual comprehension and comfort that allows intimacy without self-criticism. It can be more rewarding as the focus shifts from impressing or hastening to simply connecting. Self-care is also crucial for sustaining intimacy. Physical and mental well-being are key. Regular physical activity and a healthy diet are fundamental for sexual health. Exercise enhances flexibility and vitality, benefiting your sexual experiences. Incorporating strength training or gentle activities like swimming or yoga alongside a nutritious diet helps maintain physical agility and promotes a positive state of being, physically, emotionally, and sexually. Mental health is equally vital. Sexual fulfillment doesn't hinge on frequency. It's about engaging when it feels appropriate and ensuring both partners find joy in it. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, or stress-reducing activities can help. Reducing stress makes you more receptive to intimacy and strengthens your bond with your partner. It's important to embrace and appreciate the changes aging brings rather than mourning perceived losses. There's strength in accepting and valuing your beauty at every life stage. Recognize yourself as the remarkable, seasoned individual you are, and don't let anyone suggest you're unworthy of a happy and vibrant sex life. Our sexual vitality and self-assurance can flourish in new, deeply satisfying ways as we age, enriching both emotional and physical aspects. In summary, maintain the vitality of your relationship not to meet societal expectations, but because you and your partner merit it. Intimacy doesn't have an age limit. It grows, intensifies, and can offer greater contentment than in earlier years. Age shouldn't constrain your capacity to feel cherished and wanted. Accept your current self and discover what intimacy signifies for you now. Whether sexual activity is weekly, monthly, or replaced by affectionate moments, the essence is to remain involved, united, and imbued with love and comprehension. Above all, avoid external pressures. The priority is that your intimacy is significant, authentic, and satisfying for both of you. Thus, what's the ideal frequency for sexual activity among older adults? There's no definitive answer, but both research and personal experiences suggest. Prioritize your connection with your partner, maintain open dialogue, and do what feels natural for you. Intimacy is a blessing, not an obligation. Whether it's once a week, once a month, or spontaneously, the key is to nurture your relationship in a manner that suits you both. I'd appreciate your input. What are your views on intimacy in later life? Please share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more honest, age-affirming discussions. Additionally, consider subscribing to newsletter for helpful tips, guidance, and inspiring content directly to your email. Let's continue to thrive and shine together. Sarah.